Have you ever noticed how your mood changes instantly depending on who you spend your time with? You can be feeling fine and then sit with someone who complains, and then all of a sudden you feel irritated, tired, even sad. And then on the other hand, you can spend your evening with somebody who's full of life, optimistic, motivated, and then you left evening feeling energized, inspired, and ready to take action. This is not a coincidence, and it's not just a vibe or random fact. It is real and confirmed by science and spirituality that who you are literally, quite literally, is shaped by the people you surround yourself with. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Uliana, and in today's video we are going to talk about this powerful idea: you are who you surround yourself with. We are going to dive deep into why that's true, what science actually say about it, and what world's greatest teachers and thinkers believe about it, and most importantly, how you can use this wisdom to create the life that you want. There's this famous quote from Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins' mentor. He said, "You are the average of 5 people you spend the most time with." And if you think about it, it really makes sense, because whether you like it or not, we become like people who surround us. If you are constantly around the people who are ambitious, healthy, spiritual, kind, you begin to observe those qualities. You start to picking up their language, their way of looking at the life, their habits. But the opposite is also true. If you are always around the people who gossip, complain, do not take care of themselves, you start to mirror that energy even if you don't realize it right away. On a spiritual level, it connects with what Neville Goddard used to teach. He said, "Change your concept of self and you will change the reality that you live in." And the people in your life often reflect that concept of you. They either mirror that identity that you step into, or they pull you back by reinforcing who you were before. So when we say you are who you surround yourself with, it's not just a nice inspirational quote. It's true law of life. It is shaping your reality, and it is shaping you whether you're aware of it or not. Now let's take this beyond philosophy and motivation and look what science says about it, because researchers has been studying this subject for years and results are fascinating. First, psychologists talks about something called emotional contagion. It means that emotion literally spread from one person to another like a virus. And in 2014, there was a study in the Proceeding of the National Academy of Science that showed that moods spread through social networking, even online. So can you imagine what happened if you face to face with a person, like in real life? If the person is stressed, angry, anxious, negative, those emotions doesn't stay just with them, they are rubbed off on you. And the same is true for positive emotion. If person happy, full of life, motivated, energized. Another piece of science comes from neuroscience. We have in our brain something called mirror neurons. Those are the brain cells that get activated not only when you're doing something, but when you observe somebody else doing it. So when you observe someone who is meditating, someone who is disciplined, someone who is working hard, your brain starts to mirroring their behavior as you are the one who's doing those behaviors. That's why it's so important to surround yourself with powerful, inspired people, so your brain starts to mirror their behaviors automatically before you even consciously deciding to repeat those behaviors. And here's another study that really shocked me. In 2007, researchers Nicholas Christakis and James Fowler found that if the close friend become obese, your own risk of obesity goes up by 57%. 57%. This shows that something so personal as healthy choices, health, and even weight can ripple through our social circles. But the opposite is also true. Healthy habits, motivation, exercise routine also can be influenced by our social groups. So when you pull all of this together, science is basically saying the same thing that spirituality always said. Your environment, especially your social environment, is shaping you in a way that you might not even realize it. Your mind and body is wired to synchronize with your tribe. And that's why who you choose to surround yourself with might be one of the most powerful decisions you can ever make. Now, I don't want you to take just my word for it. Some of the world's greatest teachers and leaders have emphasized that same truth. Jim Rohn, who I mentioned earlier, is the one who gave us a great idea. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. His student, Tony Robbins, took it even further. He said that proximity is power. If you want to change your life, get closer to those people who already live in the life that you want, because their standards and their energy will pull you higher. Robin Sharma, the author of 5 a.m. Club, saying the same thing but maybe in slightly different way. He's saying that your environment is shaping your destiny and you should surround yourself with heroes and titans because excellence is contagious. And then there is Dr. Joe Dispenza. He explained it through neuroscience that your environment and the people in the environment cues your body and brain into certain states. And if you want to change your identity, change your destiny, you have to sometimes step out of your old environment and step into a new environment so your new reality can take effect. So the big question is, how do we actually apply this knowledge into our everyday life? Because it's one thing to know it, but it's also a different thing to actually practice it. And the first step is to do a little audit of your circle. Take a moment and examine the 5 people that you spend the most time with. How do you feel after you spend the time with them? Do you feel inspired? Do you feel supported? Do you feel energized? Or do you feel sad, depressed, or maybe anxious after you spend the time with them? And this exercise can be really eye-opening because it can really show you when your energy goes into. And I want to be very real with you because this part can be really tough and hard for a lot of people, and for me included. Because sometimes those people who you spend your time with, you really, really love them. They even might be your family. But when you look at how you feel after you spent your time with them, that might say if those people bring the value in terms of your growth to your life or not. Because if you are someone who's trying to lose weight and you maybe say to those people that, hey, I want to lose weight, maybe start to eat better, start making healthy choices, and those people start laughing at you, start making fun of you, how that make you feel? How that supports you? How that motivates you? So you have to remember always who you are. You are the creator. You are a magnificent soul who came to this reality to evolve itself, to create the best life possible for yourself, to live it and enjoy it. And sometimes you have to step out from the circle of the people who are not support that higher vision that you have for yourself, that higher goal that you have for yourself. And maybe by you stepping out from that group, you can evolve yourself, you can better yourself, you can get to your goal, and you can, by example, later show those people what's available for them, what's possible for them. If you put yourself, your mind out to something, you can achieve higher, greater things for yourself. But first, sometimes, again, you have to take yourself out from those people, even if you think that you truly deeply love them or they truly deeply love you. Sometimes, again, you have to just take a break and you have to work on yourself. You have to work on your goals. You have to work on your own personal destiny as a soul on this earth, again, to create magnificent, amazing life for yourself. But you have to be true to yourself about your goal, about your vision, and about the people who you surround yourself with. Second, remember, this is not about quantity, right? About how many friends you have. I know when we were younger, we strive to have more friends, but as you get older, you understand that it's not about quantity of people, but it's all about quality. You can have a group of friends who are gonna laugh at your dreams, or you have one friend who would truly support you and root for you every minute of a day. You know that friend that every story you post, or I don't know, every post you write, it's like rooting for you, reposting, liking, talk about the friends, how great the friend they have. That's kind of person you wanted to have around you, whether it's your partner, your friend, your parent, your brother, whatever. Somebody who is truly motivated to see you strive, to see you happy, and to see you live your life as you wanted to live your life. 3, seek out mentors and role models. And here's the great news. It doesn't have to be in person. In today's world, You can surround yourself with great energy and great wisdom through books, YouTube, podcast, online communities. You can create your circle as a virtual circle and still have a lot of support, because you will feed your mind and your brain and your body with right energy, with right voices, exactly what you need for growth. Fourth, be the kind of person that you want to attract. Remember, energy is reciprocal. If you want to have uplifting, inspiring people in your life, you have to become uplifting and inspiring person. Encourage others. Celebrate their small wins. Be the friend who sets up the standards. When you create that kind of energy, you attract it right back. And finally, put yourself in intentional spaces. Join the group that shares your values, whether it's meditation class, mastermind, fitness community. You have to start yourself with the people who are already practicing that thing that you want to become. When you put yourself in those kind of environments, transformation becomes so much easier, because you now flow with the current but not against it. At the end of the day, your environment is either lifting you up or pulling you down. There really is no neutral ground. If you want to be successful, healthy, mindful, or deeply spiritual, start with your circle, because your environment is shaping who you are in the ways you cannot feel right away, but you can see over time. And I want to share something very personal with you guys. For me, I don't really go out that much. I work a lot, I take classes, boot camps, so I don't really out with big social groups. So that was one of the reasons why I created this YouTube channel, to create this like-minded community of people. And I honestly feel like this is happening right now in real time. Every time when you subscribe, you watch the video, you like the video, you leave a comment, you share the video with the other person, I am feeling so very grateful for all of you for doing that, because I am feeling and thinking that we are creating this community of people who come here to share the same values, to share the same knowledge, to share the same vibes and frequencies. I truly really want this channel to be the place for you to come for inspiration, for knowledge, for some tricks and hacks about maybe your health, spirituality, self-development, self-transformation. And just as much, I want this channel to be the place where I can learn something from you. I do read the comments, I do reply for comments, I do want to learn and hear from you after my every video, because I'm also eager to know you, to communicate with you, and to understand you as part of my community, as part of my tribe. So remember, your circle is your mirror, so choose wisely. And also remember that we are so lucky to be living in this day and age where we don't have to have in real person circle. We have to have online communities just like this one, where we can find people who truly inspire us, who truly support us, who truly motivate us. Once again, thank you very much for watching. I'm so very grateful for each and one of you who supports my channel, who subscribe, who shares, who likes, who comments. I truly, truly very grateful for you guys. Have a great day, have a great life, and I see you in my next videos.